everyone, I'm going to show you today how I make self nocks. This is one that's a practice one, and it's just a piece of cut down arrow shaft. That's basically what I do for practicing. I never use the real thing. This is one that was done some time ago, and this is a finished arrow with the feathers and the binding. The self nock binding, if you want to know how to do this, it's really good to have. It helps prevent the self nock from splitting. I have done a video on that, so I'll leave a link in the description, and also at the end of this video I will put up the video link for it at the end. Right, the next bit of equipment that I will use, they're called needle files. I don't use any jigs or any special equipment, just these needle files, and I actually use these last three on the end. I put them on the end so it's easy for me to grab, and yeah, they do my shafts just fine. These are 5/16 shafts, so these are perfect. I don't do any sawing. It's basically just these three, and using my eye to make sure that they fit, and also I use my trusty bow to see if it fits my string at the end, because you need to know if it fits your string. So here we go. I thought I'd do this outside today because it's a really lovely evening. So what you need to do is you need to start off. So these needle files, by the way, I got them from just a small little town DIY shop, hardware shop. Very cheap if I remember rightly, something like 4 or 5 quid. And it says needle files 3 by 140mm. So if you need to get those. Alright, so first of all, let's start off. I have no idea what each of these are called, so I'd call that like a little mini rasp. What you do for practice, I'm not worrying too much about the grain of the wood right now, but you can see with this wood, the grain is running down. So you start to just, well, I mark the middle bit first, just so, using the file, the end. These have got like little, this has got like a rough part on this side, so that's all I do. And it just takes a little time in the middle. I usually have this lower down, not quite so facing the camera, so, and I'm just using the table and my hand as support. So it's starting to take shape already, so what I start to do now I've got that middle part, just keep filing. It takes me, on my own, it takes me about, I don't know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes just to do the whole thing from beginning to end, on a good day. And make sure it just keeps in the middle. I'm just wanting to make the groove at the moment, just a nice straight groove to make the width. It's usually about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more, nearly 1/2 an inch. And just gently saw. As you can see, it doesn't take long, it's already going down. And then I just kind of V it, just to speed it up a bit. And it keeps it equal as well. I'm not moving off from one side to the other. If I see it veering off, I just move the file slightly into what I want, because it's going to be carved out a little bit anyway. And you can see that it wouldn't really take too long once you know what you're doing. And we can tidy it all up at the end. It really doesn't matter too much at this stage. For a bigger arrow, you might want to use a small saw. with thicker strings. This is only I'm only using a 12 strand string. See it taking shape. And it's pretty equal, just slightly, almost. And I find these files are perfect for the delicate work of this. Any kind of saw, I think, even the tiny little hacksaws, I don't think would be suitable for this, because it could split the wood for my arrows. Anyway, I don't know, but I find this is great for delicate work. The wood doesn't really split at all, and I can take time to shape it and do it how I want, really, because it's taken it off in minute bits. You can see it's taking its shape very, very nicely. And I think that's for my bow. A little bit more. You can always compare with a plastic knock or a wooden knock. Let me see. Wooden knocks. This is a ready-made one, and these are the normal ones that you can, the plastic ones, you can just take the style from there and the length. And then I like to put that little groove on the end there, as you can see. You probably can't see it with the binding anymore. There's like a little diagonal groove there and a diagonal groove there. That's also to help when you've got the string digging in. Oh, it looks cool as well, decorative reasons as well. But for that one, I mostly use a different tool. So, let's see. It's about right. Okay, next stage is to get it in that nice rounded shape, like so. You just file it. Just top off the ends. Kind of just an eye thing here now. I just file those bits there just to tidy them up. Take the point off the ends there. Tidy it up. It's so simple to get that shape. Just work off the corners. Like for us ladies when we're filing our nails. It's kind of like that, really. You don't need sandpaper. These little mini files do it just nice. That's what I like about it. It's just all there. There's very little equipment. You could carry it in your pocket, and if you happen to be making arrows outdoors, you've got this little kit with you. It's really, you don't have to carry all of them. You just carry the three that, or the particular ones that you usually use. It's really handy. have it, like so. And I tidy off that bit as well, this bit here. There we go. And now for the next one. I'll pull these two out because these are the ones that I use. This is a rounded one. And this one, flat one, and this is the one I use for the groove. It gives me a nice it's shaping nicely because it's got that diamond shape to the file, and both ends are roughed, so you can file it. It's been a while since I've done this. I'm a little out of practice, so excuse me. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Now I use it to file it inside as well, because I can get in there and do the little detail with these little files. Now what I do with this round one is, if you see, you might see that on this unbound one, it's got like a round bit to it, and that's where it snaps into the string, so for it to fit, because this won't really fit too great. I'll show you. Right, so I've got my bow, so to see how you're getting on, make sure I've got the right one. That one's done. Okay, with the serving as well, not just with this part here, because you're going to want it for that as well. You just test it. See, that's not going to fit too well at the moment, so I need to file it a little bit more, just so it fits into the string nicely. Let's move the bow out of the way. I don't usually leave it strung, by the way, but for demo purposes, it's a tip for people who don't know, who are new to this. Never leave your longbow strung for long periods of time, especially when you're not using it. It's not good for the limbs. Keep that like so. And show this one. This is one that I've done. See? Snaps in nicely. Actually, no. That one doesn't. See? It's supposed to just snap in. That's how it fits perfectly. So it's got a bit more to go. And you could really knock these out really fast. That's better. Now, to get it all the way in, don't shove it in, this is where this round one comes in handy. So, all I do is this, and you just hold this so I'm not cutting my fingers on the, I'm using my hand on the rubber bit mostly to take the pressure. And you just twist it in. twist it around, however you want to do it really. I just prefer to do it like this. And then turn it around the other way. And you start to see the shape forming, the round. Interesting what you can do with wood, isn't it? You see how quickly you can get that shape. And there we go. Just a little more, not much, very, very small tweak. And that should do it nicely. Can you hear the snap? That's perfect. Not too tight, not too loose. And a bit of perfectionist like I am, just make it look tidy around the edges. Smarten up the groove. Straighten it up. I've just thought of something. I mentioned earlier about ladies filing their nails, but I don't have any nails, so sorry. They break all the time. I love to have long nails, but not practical for my life. And there we have it. That is how you do, well, that is how I do the self knock. So there you go, all done. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for future updates, and please leave some comments and any tips and how you make them basically, and anything you can add to it. And yeah, take care for now. Until next time, bye.